Hello everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. I gotta turn some lights on again. Ouch. Ouch. Well, I don't know. I guess the first news I need to talk about is my mom got my surgery canceled. She convinced the doctors and the surgeons that being that I'm on so many, on a few anti-inflammatory meds for different reasons, that she said I probably shouldn't. So, I guess they're gonna wait 16 weeks or whatever. It might be sooner than that. I don't know, but right now there ain't nothing happening. So, and I might not have anything done with it at all after this. If it's not that bad, if he can cancel it, then I probably just won't have anything done with it. Even though it is an incarcerated hernia, I'll probably not have surgery for it. If he can wait this long, then I don't think I really need it. So. Yeah, wait a minute. I won't be having surgeries anymore. Even if it's required. I'm probably not gonna. But other than that, I'm doing okay. I'm in a little bit of pain, but I think I'll live. Hey, Darren. So that's what I know today. That's about all I know. I haven't really kept up on anything, so. Darren, you said hi 6 times. We got smoky air up here from the wildfires coming from wherever, and it's moderate, so they're kind of recommending that. Hey, John, they're kind of recommending anybody that any strenuous exercise like biking or anything, running, that we probably shouldn't do it. So I'm stuck home for another day. This would be the 1, 2, 3, fourth day I've been home. I haven't been able to walk out. I mean, I've been leaving, but my mom's caught me every time. She told me earlier today I went to Holiday and she called me and I said I wasn't home. She told me to get back home, but I can't be outside. So from Holiday, I came back home. And that's, I guess, where I'm going to stay until she thinks the air quality is good enough. Even if it goes up to a safe level, just to make sure it stays there, she's going to wait another 4 days, 3 or 4 days. So I'm home here for probably 4 days, 5 days, whenever she thinks I can walk out that door again, which isn't going to be for a while. And I'm talking that door, the door to go outside. I can't walk through that door for at least 5 days. Hello, yes. How are you? I'm doing okay, except that my surgery got canceled. I can't leave home for 5 days or whatever. 4 or 5 days, I don't know. I'm still gonna sneak out. I'm gonna go out to the balcony, but I can't even do that. She doesn't want me to do that. She says, stay in your apartment for 5 or 6 days, let the smoke clear, and then she's gonna check something on the government website about our air quality. And someday when it returns to the safe level that anybody can be outside, she's going to wait another 4 or 5 days just to make sure it stays there, which it won't. It'll go back to the unsafe level, 3 or 4 days. So I might be stuck home for quite a while. My mom's keeping me prisoner in my own apartment. And why? I don't know. She's just being the way she is. I don't know. What are you guys up to? I got really nothing to talk about. At least today. Yeah, it's kind of a boring day, just not doing much. I got a few computers I got to work on around here, but get to change parts in a few of them. I got to clean filters. Is the one in the bedroom, as I've told you guys, it gets dirty really quick. Within about 4 days, I have to take a thick layer of dust off the front filter. All the dust that's in these apartments, dust, dirt, whatever it is, clogs up my filters really quick within about 4 or 5 days. So, I don't know. I've been kind of thinking about that 25H2 thing. I don't know. I don't really think it's a smart idea to go for 25H2 right now. I mean, it is being offered, but I'd stay away from it. You gotta be the insiders anyhow, I think. I'm not sure how that works, but I've been kind of thinking about that and just I thought about, maybe I could become an insider, but I thought no, I'm not gonna mess with it. It's not my thing. It's not my need a new desk. This one I just also I found out on this desk the bottom board underneath my drawers is cracked. And my picture above the air conditioner fell, broke the glass. So I got a bunch of glass to clean up. It's kind of my day where things are not exactly going the way I want them to. Hey, the Bronx. I can take that little bubble that comes out every once in a while, my belly button, I can kind of push it in every once in a while. I think as long as I can do that, I'm at a safe level, but hopefully it won't change. But if it does, I'll have to go back to the emergency room, but they'll just tell me to turn around and go back home, that my doctor, the surgeon, is going to have nothing done about it until if my mom decides to let me have surgery. Because now she's thinking maybe I shouldn't have it. Which, I don't know. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Because she asked him in the my chart notes, she asked him, well, is it really necessary? Does he have to have a surgery? He said, not really, but he should. But no, not really. So he's saying, yeah, I need it, but it's not really urgent. But it put me in the hospital once already. So, I don't know. Kind of funny how this is all working out. To going having surgery to not having surgery at all. That and I'm stuck in my apartment. I can't leave my apartment. And I'm getting kind of bored. My mom did say I'm a prisoner of my apartment for at least, I don't know. She says when that smoke clears and she wants to wait a while. So it could be 4 or 5. I don't know why that smoke got so bad. I don't know. Do you guys know where the wildfires is? Well, I think it's Canada. I don't know if I forget who lives in Canada that we know, but I don't know if there's any fires in Canada or where the wildfires are at, but it's all the way down in Minnesota. Kind of a hazy, you can kind of somewhat see the smoke. You can smell it outside. Doesn't smell too good. Anything else I know? Um, no, not really. Just it's hot here. It's gonna get hot. It's about 80 some degrees. Manitoba. Yeah, I got all these attachments things from William like this that I don't know what the hell to do with. Probably not gonna do anything with it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. You got one long wire and two short wires, and then you got this at the other end of it to replace my jack that broke on me. Um, the speaker jack, this part of it, this here about in that line right there, it kind of broke. I don't know how it did that, but just plugging it in and kind of, I don't know. I heard a crack. Then I was gonna take it back out, and that's when it broke. So it must have been broken, and then when I don't know, I can't remember how it broke. It got bent somehow, and then I was trying to straighten it, and that's when it cracked. So then after I take that out, I won't be able to use my speakers. And that whatever stereo system I have. After that breaks, I won't be able to use it anymore. So then I could take the speaker set from in here, but then I won't be able to have any speakers in here. So that kind of defeats the purpose of being on Zoom in here and doing everything else in here if I have to take the speakers from this computer and put it in that one. So I don't think he's on his way. Even if he did explain it to me, I'm not going to understand him. He's, for me, a hard person to understand. And he keeps talking about all that stuff, but it's not interesting to me. About the stuff that's going on in front of his house. I've got no interest in that, but he keeps talking about it. That's why I'm not on Zoom lately. Or at any other time. I have no interest in what he talks about. So, that's about all I know. Yeah, there was something else I was gonna. I don't know. Just gonna check on. Oh, I gotta go over to. Oh, it did work. Oh, over here, duplicate tabs. No, I gotta get out of this somehow. Hmm. Okay, so maybe I can't. Just trying to catch up on things here in the. Oh, and Rob the Maritimer's got a. Oh, he had a video 3 hours ago. The subscriptions. I haven't caught up with all the Windows 11 24H2 improvements to settings and the settings and the about page. I guess they're making improvements on it. Windows 11 25H2 will offer opinion to make buttons smaller on the taskbar. Yeah, I don't quite understand why they're doing that. You can make the taskbar your icons on the taskbar smaller, but it doesn't make the taskbar smaller. The taskbar stays the same size, but you'll have little tiny icons inside this big huge wide taskbar. It used to be when you shrink down the icons, the taskbar would shrink, but I guess they're keeping the taskbar the same size and just shrinking the icons. They need to change that. That's gonna look stupid in my opinion. It won't look right. So it's just Microsoft playing with a stupid thing, and really they really should leave it alone. But they're not going to. They're going to keep playing with it until they, like they always do, they'll play with it until they break it. Cyber CBU Tech has got a video, and I need to catch up with that. What's all new in 25H2? Been kind of caught up lately in the last couple of weeks with health issues, so I'm kind of far behind in what I need to, or what I've been wanting to know, trying to keep up on this stuff. But yeah, it looks like that's it as far as the Windows news. Well, there's nothing else. So I don't know. It used to be that, where it was a couple weeks ago, about the taskbar, that you could let me get back to where I'm supposed to be. That you can make the changes to the taskbar, and just the icons go smaller. But I guess now they're offering an opinion of what people think about this whole thing. They don't want to hear what I think, so I'm going to leave it alone. They need to quit effing with it, is what they need to do. Because now they've got it set up so that the icons shrink, but the taskbar doesn't. I don't know what they're doing. But I need to you know what? I don't think I'll do that. Because people are just gonna get irritated with me. I was gonna do a couple other things to my computers, but I think I'll leave it the way it is. Because this is what's in there now is the Gigabyte 390, and that's an older motherboard. And the B560 Aorus Pro AX, that's a newer one. I don't know. I think I'll just leave it the way it is. Yeah. Yeah, I do see a little smoke out there. It's not, you can look off in the distance. You can see a little bit of haziness out there above the trees. Gray haziness. So that's the smoke. And when I snuck out earlier today, even though I got caught, yeah, you can smell the smoke. It wasn't really bothering me all that much, but she called me at the wrong time, and she heard me walking into a door. She says, "Where are you?" I was like, "I'm at Holiday." "Oh, no, you turn around, you go back home." So I told her I would, but I got what I needed, got what I needed to get, and then I kind of just slowly went back home. And she called me again, and she says, "You're a prisoner of your own apartment for now, because I don't want you to leave for at least a week or two until the smoke clears." Which, I don't know. I still will. I've got things I got to do. She said, "Okay, it's your health. It's your health. Well, you got my surgery canceled, so really, what do you care?" She says, "Well, yeah." So she hung up. So I'll be out later today. I gotta go over to Northeast. And I think I gotta go from Northeast to... I got a few, yeah, I gotta go all the way into Baxter. So, 7th Avenue out to Baxter is probably 3 or 4 mile. I don't know how far it is, but I gotta go to the far end of Baxter out by 371. Then I gotta go down that service road all the way to the end. And I take a left, go down 2 more blocks, drop their stuff off, and then probably head back to Northeast. Hey, Martin. Hey, William. I do see you there. So I think what I'm gonna do, as far as this network problem that I'm having, need to. It's only a 500 gigabyte. I can't use that one. I was gonna put all my movies onto an SSD, but I don't have one big enough. Because I've got 560 or 570 something gigabytes of movies. And I've got nowhere to move them to. But I need to get them off this computer, and I've got no way of doing that. So if my hard drive dies, there go all my movies. And I don't have a backup of anything because I have nothing to back up to. I don't have any SSDs or hard drives or anything, so I know I keep seeing Doug, Doug Betts. He's always preaching to back up, but I have no way of doing that. Then I'm not really sure how. I know you're supposed to use that one program, but it's been a while since I've used it. So I'll have to figure that out or find a different program to do backups or images. Something that's a little easier than whatever the name of the program is, which I forget. I'm gonna do another. That reminds me, I need to check over, and there's an office that I go to out by Gull Lake. That's a heck of a ride. Take the trail for part of it. Then I get off the trail, get onto a county road, and get on to 371, cross 371, and go down a short service road, and then down County Road 77. That's a skinny road with no shoulders. And I've got a bike with a trailer. Not the easiest road to navigate because there's a really, really thin area that I can be on the road, and cars are just passing me within inches on that road, usually honking at me. I'm surprised they haven't put a sign on that road, no bikes allowed, because really there's no room for bikes on that road. There's really no shoulder. You have to ride the white line, and cars are having to get close to me, especially if a car's coming from the other way. So it's a little scary at times, but I make it. Oh yeah, Macrium Reflect. Yeah, I don't know how to use that anymore. I haven't used it in a while. And I gotta go to that office and get. Actually, there's another way out of this. Because what I'll do is I'll probably just have to leave my phone at home. So if people call me, like my mom, she can't get a hold of me. I won't be over there too long, maybe an hour or so. There's a couple of things I need to do. And then I got a text from actually an office downtown that would like me to come over when I can get the chance, which means he wants me there immediately. He's just, he's the kind of guy that gives you that kind of message, but when you show up a day and a half later, he'll yell at you and say, "Why weren't you here the day I wrote that message?" "Well, you said to be here at my nearest convenience. This is my nearest. Well, I wanted you here 2 days ago. You should have told me that. You told me at my nearest convenience. You didn't tell me a timeline." Well, I gotta check. I gotta check with him and see what he wants to do. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. Not really wanting to. I don't know what you guys are talking about. What's free? Any Q. Out in the hallway. I don't know. It earlier today or this morning when I was up and around, it smelled like hot garbage. I don't know what's going on, but I sent a complaint into the office that I told them, and they never called me back. But I'm sure they're going to do something that smells like garbage up on the floors. I don't know why. It didn't smell too good out in the hallway earlier when I left earlier today. I don't know what's going on with them, but it didn't smell good. It was kind of icky. That and it's hot out, so as that multiplies, that doesn't help the smell any. I don't know what happened. If they put something in the dumpsters that was could have swore I heard a phone ring. I know the garbage guys were here changing the dumpsters. Maybe that'll help. But didn't smell too good earlier today. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about backup programs. I know there's Macrium Reflect, but I don't know how to use that anymore. I haven't used it in quite a while. Well, I don't have anything. I have no way of doing that here. Don't have any extra drives, or I do have older hard drives, but I don't trust them. They're like 10 years old, 12 years old. So I mean they still work, but I'm not going to use something that's 10 years old. One's from 2006, one from 2005, 2009, and earlier. So that's all I've got is old stuff. And all my SSDs, the two SSDs I had, which reminds me I need to find my other one. There's the 500 gig, and that's full. I put stuff on it so I wouldn't lose it. And that's all I've got for as SSDs. I know that's why the other reason why I'm not having Doug Betts work on my computers is because he'd look for the backup program on my computer and he said, "Aren't you backing any of your stuff up?" And it's like, "No, I've got no way of doing that." He'd kind of get angry at me. He's like, "You really should be back." It's like, "Yeah, I got no way of doing that. I never really have." I know Carrie a while ago was offering to help me with my network issue, and he would do the same thing because he told me he would examine to see what's on my computer. And I know the first thing he would say, "You've got no backup program? You're not backing up your..." No, I've got no way of doing that. I think he'd end it right there and say, "Well, if you're not being responsible and backing up your stuff, then he's not going to help me." Which is fine. I never really wanted. Somebody told him, and I wish they hadn't, that I needed network help. I don't know who it was, but he got a hold of me saying, "Rick, do you need network help?" And I immediately told him, "No, I don't need your help." He wrote back, "So, okay, Just asking. Then after that, I can't remember what I told him, just to leave me alone or something like that. Don't need him helping me. Yeah, I could do that, but then I wouldn't have any sub because it's all connected to a subwoofer. That's just gonna sound like shit without any bass or anything. Especially when I listen to music, which I was yesterday for a little while. And the guys were over here last night. They looked at this, said, "What's this?" I said, "I don't know what this is. I don't know what you call it." And he looked at the other thing, that wire, and he says those wires aren't going to work because um I can't remember what he said, but he's one of these days he's going to come over and see if he can get that jack out in one piece. And I said, "You can't, because when I put it in there, it broke. Why it's working, I don't know. But if you just pull a little bit, it's." I said, "Yeah, okay. You're kind of stuck with what you got then." And he doesn't want me to change wires or anything. He said, "Just keep that plugged in." That's what I would do. I think, yeah, but if I want to plug the speakers into my mini computer, you can't do that. At least not anymore. And that's what Nate and Mike and the other guys said too, is you're kind of stuck in the water. Unless you know somebody that knows how to do wiring and get that. Bob said he might be able to take the whole thing that the jack plugs into off the board and put another one on there. But I don't know, for almost $200 or $100 some dollars, 160, 170 plus tax. I said, no, I don't want that done. At least not right now. When I have no sound at all, then I'll have to do something. But right now it works. I just can't bump it. If I go on the back of the computer and I wiggle that thing, the sound cuts out. Yeah. So I got that to figure out eventually sometime. Um, and Bob looked at this one thing with the gold wrapper around it. He looked at that and said, "What the hell is that?" It's like, "I don't know what this is." He said, he doesn't know how that's going to work, and I don't either. And so I got two things that I can't use. I might try doing that other wire, but I'm not good at wiring. Hmm. Hey, Heather. I didn't see you sneak in on me. I've been too busy talking, and I've been trying to keep up on chat, but oh, yeah. I hope you're having a good day there, Heather. My day's been kind of. It was good, but I don't know what's going on. My mom had a surgery that I was gonna have. She had it canceled. She literally told them, "Well, while he's on this medication, I don't want him to have that surgery." And being that it's not really critical anyhow, maybe he shouldn't have the surgery at all. So the surgeon canceled it. Till when, I don't know. I just hope with an incarcerated hernia, or curse it, however you say it, that nothing bad happens. But my mom said, she just told me on the phone a while ago. I said, "Well, if you have a flare up, just go to the hospital." Like, yeah, it does need to be fixed. She said, "Well, no, it doesn't. Doctor doesn't think it's that important, so I think you can cross surgery off your list." Which is good in some ways because I don't like surgery, but the problem is if this does become a problem, Because the surgeon said he's just not going to do surgery on it. Even if I ask, he said the answer is going to be no. Which my mom's not too happy about that, so she's going to write another doctor a note to see if we can work something out. Because he didn't know, the surgeon didn't know the meds that I was on, and I thought I told him. So my mom, in her good heart and her tattling on me, she did tell him all the medications I was on, and he saw that, and he said, well, then I have to cancel the surgery. He's on 2 anti-inflammatory meds, and I can't do surgery if he's on anti-inflammatory meds. So I'd have to get off one of the meds to... See, that's what my mom was asking. Well, if we get you off one, what about the other? So she's going to have to talk to him and see if she can work something out. Yeah, that's from my yeah, I was bleeding and now I'm on this medication. It stopped that. So he said as long as that's under control, but being that that's now under control, I can't have surgery. So yeah, I'm kind of in a bind because my mom keeps getting worried about things and she keeps asking too many questions. Well, that was one question she shouldn't have asked. And they said, well, being that you said that, Brendan, now I'm going to cancel the surgery. He doesn't need it. Well, he does need surgery, can't you say? No, he doesn't. Not when he's on those meds. So I really don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how long I'll be around without the surgery or how long I can survive without it. I don't know. That's kind of what the surgeon was kind of worried about. He said, well, now that he's not having surgery, he's at risk. He's at very high risk for something going wrong. But he's not, he said he can't do the surgery, and they can't take me off the meds to stop the other just to get me in to have surgery. He said that won't work. So I don't know. I'm all kinds of confused. But yeah, I told my mom, I said, well, thank you for getting my surgery canceled. Now it sounds like he doesn't want to do it at all. And she said, well, yeah, just give him a week or two. He might change his mind. He's got to see what the two doctors have got to do is talk to each other. And apparently they're refusing to do that. Dr. Purcell doesn't want to talk to Avery, the surgeon, or Calvary, whatever his name is. I guess they don't talk to each other. They've never really met each other. Even though they were in the same hospital, I think they have talked to everyone, but one's on vacation now. Adam Purcell, he's on vacation, and he deals with my colitis. He's on vacation, so they can't get a hold of him. And I don't know. My mom said she sat up all night worrying. She said, well, I maybe should probably tell him he's on that medication, which we thought he knew, because I did say it in my notes to both the surgeon and my colitis doctor. They both knew the medications I was on, so I don't know where the confusion is coming from, but they apparently decided, hello, Charlie. Sorry, I didn't mean to miss you, but hope you're having a good day. I was having a good day until I got these phone calls. The surgery I needed to have isn't happening, so. But, obviously the surgeon isn't worried about it, so. We'll see what happens the next couple of weeks. Well, they're saying 16 weeks. They'll make a decision sometime in 16 weeks or 18 weeks. That's over 3 months from now. He's gonna get back to me and decide if he thinks I should have the surgery then. More than likely, I don't think he will because he said he's not gonna do the surgery, which kind of sucks because I do need it, but I don't know if there's a different hospital you could go to, but they'd probably get a hold of him, and because my mom would tell him everything. We'd go to a different hospital to say, well, he's on these medications, and the surgeon in Brainerd decided to cancel the surgery. We're coming up to you, seeing if there's any way you could do the surgery, and they'd probably say no. Apparently, anti-inflammatory meds don't work with this kind of surgery. So, I don't know. Oh, Charlie Purdy, hello. Said hello to Heather, Robert. Hello, 945. I think I'm just going to call you 945. I can't call that whole number. The numbers get confusing on me. Am I on steroids? No, I don't think so. I was a couple weeks ago. I was on actually the back injection is a steroid, and I still might be getting the back injection, but now that might be on hold too. Because my mom's going to say right down to the doctor in the cities, tell him what the doctors up here said, and she's going to ask you, could we put off the injection until sometime after August? Because she doesn't want two things together. She doesn't want me to have the hernia surgery and be on these meds and then go have the injection, which I guess is in the middle of August. I just remembered she said that. But now she's going to see if she can get that canceled until some later date. See if I can get off some of these other meds that I'm on and wait a month or two, let the meds get out of my system, and then go reschedule again for the back injection, which God knows when it would be now. I know that's what she's going to do. She said she was going to call him and probably get that injection thing canceled. For now, because she's feeling too uneasy about the meds that I'm on. And this doctor up here, the surgeon, already canceled my hernia surgery, so she doesn't now think it's safe to have those injections. She said she'll just have to have him put it off for a while. Oh, okay. Stan. That's easier than try to remember numbers. You checked out the bridge. What bridge? My bridge, the Laurel Street Bridge? It's still there. I don't know. Kind of confused whether I want to go out or not, because I just know the second I get outside, someone's going to call me and said, where are you at? Is them all standing out by the bikes? Yeah, I'll probably stay home for a couple of days. So I'm kind of lost in between things. What I had all planned, my mom's getting taken away. She had the surgery stopped. Now she's gonna see if she can get the injection stopped because she thinks things are gonna be too close and it's gonna cause problems. So she wants some space between like 2 or 3 months between when I get off some of these meds, and I don't know. She's gonna see if I can still have the surgery or not, but I just know. Sounds like the doctor doesn't want to do it now. Even though the nurses and the RNs, when I was in the hospital, the emergency room, said I do need to have it fixed, but the surgeon doesn't think it's really critical. He thinks he doesn't need to have the surgery, just It's just a tiny little hernia, but it's where it's located is where it's bugging me. Oh, I don't know if it comes in emergency and I end up going to the hospital by ambulance. My mom asked him that. She said, "Well, what if this does become a problem?" He said, "Well, I'm still not doing the surgery. He can't with me on that with these meds in my system." Said so. She asked him if he's willing to take the risk, and she said, "For now, I have to." Okay, and he did say, "Whatever happens, happens." So it's kind of scary that a surgeon would say that, but I guess he's the surgeon. He's the one making the decisions. I guess I think he's making the wrong decisions, but now he's not thinking it's a problem. Said I can wait a couple of months, which is I can wait, but I just hope nothing goes wrong, and I don't think it will. So oh, I got to put some moderators out here. Charlie, you've been here for a while. Martin, I see you all over the place, so I can add you as moderator too. I don't got any problems with you. Hey there, whereabouts are you at? You in the United States or out of the country, or don't need to tell me the town you live in, just the state. Colorado. Yeah, I can imagine it's a little warm in Colorado. Colorado's not exactly a. I've often thought about going to Colorado. I forgot to turn my other light on. I was gonna go to bike school many years ago in the early '90s. I was gonna go to the bike school in Colorado. There's a bike school for mountain bikes and road bikes. For 10 speeds. I was gonna do that, but then I changed my mind because, well, back then I was kind of deciding where I was wanting to go, either work on mountain bikes and other kind of bikes, or work on computers. That was in the early '90s, '91, '92. So I was thinking about going to Colorado to that college or wherever, and decided not to. 92 degrees, ouch. Yeah, it's a little warm here today. I don't know what exactly our temp is, but I'll tell you in a second. We're 85. So we are warm here. So actually, now that I know that's 85, well, some cloud cover might help. I do have to be out running around today, but I don't know. Might wait until I'd have to call them or see if I can get one of the other. No, they can't do that because I gotta take my trailer. Well, yeah, it does look like I'll be out today and tomorrow, but even though my mom doesn't want me out, doesn't think it's a good idea in the smoke, but I've got to put some money in my pocket. I'm pretty much penniless at the moment, except for the money that's in my accounts, which I can't touch right now. So if I get some cash in my pockets, then that'll help out a little bit. I've got someone asked me, someone called me. Yeah, yesterday and asked me if I had a certain kind of memory for their computer. I said I'd have to look. And actually, I went onto my computer and I just looked for the different kinds of memory I have. And I do have it, so she's coming later on tonight to get that. 2 sticks of memory for a computer that I had to look it up for what the board was, and just to make sure she wasn't throwing me down a lane that I shouldn't be going. She wasn't exactly sure what it was, and her husband told me, and she's like, But I looked up the specs, and yeah, it'll work. Which I can't remember right now. I've got to look back at it. So, I've got a laptop coming here in a couple days. Someone wants me to take the spitting rust out of it and put a regular solid state drive in it. Which just might be that one. That's a new P&Y. I've just got a whole bunch of stuff on it, so it's pretty much full. I'll just sell it to her for like $5 or something, and tell her it's got a limited lifetime because it is used. Even though I'm just gonna take the stuff back off of it, or actually, you know what? Yeah, I can give her that one for now. Or if she wants a new one, then I can go get a new one. I know Bob's got a whole bunch of he's got a whole bunch of solid state drives that still in the package, so I could probably go to him and get a cheap 500 gig solid state drive. Got a couple more minutes left here, guys. It's 3:52. I've got to get a haircut one of these days. These haircuts around here are kind of expensive. Everything around here is expensive. There's nothing cheap. So just to get the sides shaved and get this trimmed a little, that's going to be at least $30, which I'm not spending. I'll find a friend or something that takes shears to it, just shave off my head, the hair off my head. It's getting too hot, and I'll get that. I don't know, I gotta call a couple of people, see if they can give me a haircut in the next couple of days. Yeah, that's what I said, William. I said it's a couple minutes before 3. John? Oh, you're Central Time? Perth, Australia. Australia. I know there was one live, I think, when I started doing my live streams. I know a couple of months ago I had a whole bunch of people from out in different countries. That was kind of interesting. Because every person I asked what country they were from, there was only a few from the United States. Everybody was from out of the United States, which I found rather interesting. It's fun having people from all around the world. Just like Doug has on his show. There's people from all over the place. And I'm going to have to turn my air conditioner back on. It's starting to get a little warm in here. Doesn't take much for these apartments, being that I got the window blinds open. All the heat's coming in through the window. I'm going to have to turn my air conditioner on here pretty soon. But later on today, I'm going to work on the 5000D Corsair and a few other cases I got to work on. I get some more parts that I got to put in this one. I think I'm going to change out one of the fans. So yeah, actually, I don't think I changed that fan already. So maybe I don't have to do it. But this one, I got to take the drives out of it. I got take them outside and get them all dusted out because they are really dusty. Especially that one. I have to take all the covers, the side panel off both sides. Take the top grill off. Take the front grill off. Kind of clean those up because they're kind of turning white from all the dust and dirt in here. Yeah, take those out and clean them up really good. And then put it all back together. India. Yeah, you're an hour ahead of me, Ken. So yeah, you'd be 3:54 or 3:55 now. um, yeah, I've got I gotta catch up with a bunch of phone calls I gotta make. I've been missing out on phone calls. I got a sheet of about 6 phone calls I gotta make to different people. Or some things I need to catch up on. Probably tomorrow or the next day. Go get some deliveries done. I know I gotta pick up some packages, take them somewhere. I don't know. Might have to put a weight on hold on that for a day or two. 'Cause I was like I said, I was out earlier today. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bothering my throat too much. But now as I'm looking outside, it looks like it's that the smoke is starting to get a little bit more thicker. So yeah, I think I'll stay in today and see what it's like tomorrow. I didn't think it was gonna get worse, but it looks like it's starting to thicken up again because the wind is starting to pull it in, and it's very windy here, so that wind is pulling the smoke into Minnesota. It wasn't bad an hour ago, but now it's starting to look like, yeah, might give myself on it might give myself good advice and just stay in, because they are telling people to kind of stay in, don't do any strenuous exercise, and pulling that 40-50 pound trailer, that's kind of strenuous exercise. So I might just cancel things for a couple of days, let the weather clear out. But as far as, well, now that I don't have all this surgery stuff to worry about, yeah, I'll be having live streams every day for the rest of this week. Hopefully, if my mom doesn't screw things up. Um, I will be doing a live stream tomorrow, same time. It's always going to be at 2 o'clock for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, I won't have one on Sunday or Saturday. It'll be Friday, Sunday. I'll skip Saturday. There's some other people that have live streams that other people want to get to, so I'll skip Saturday. But all day this week I'll have live streams. I'll skip Saturday, have Sunday, and then start all over again next week. Monday through Friday, skip Saturday, have a live stream on Sunday. At least that's my plans for now. Things might change, but I don't think they're gonna change. I think that's the schedule I'm gonna keep for now. In the meantime, I hope you all have a great day. I know this was kind of a boring live stream and probably nothing you wanted to listen to about my health issues and other problems I'm having, but those will all get worked out, and hopefully I get to have some kind of, you get to have surgery. But if the surgeon doesn't think it's that critical, then maybe I don't need, even though it's an incarcerated hernia. The nurse at the hospital that day the day I was there, she did tell me I did need to have it fixed, but she didn't give me a timeline. She said, "Yeah, you do need to have it fixed," but she didn't say when. She didn't say it has to happen now. or a couple of months from now. So as long as I don't have problems, I think I'm good. So, um, yeah, and I don't know if a lot of you know yet, but I have quit drinking Mountain Dew. I don't drink any kind of pop anymore. Um, that's the other thing the doctors got me off of because my blood sugars were not blood sugars, but my blood pressure was way up there, a lot higher than it ever should have been. I mean, we're approaching the dangerous level, and now I'm pretty much back. I'm back in the normal range. So the doctors and my mom told me the reason that happened is because I was drinking so much Mountain Dew and so much pop and not drinking any water. So all I'm drinking now is water. That's all they want me on for a couple of months, and now that I've had nothing but water for the last since July 2nd, I think I just might stick to water. Even though I'm tired all the time, I feel like I could fall asleep. But anyhow, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go step outside for a while, see how bad it is, and kind of make a judgment call, see if I can go anywhere. It is a little bit windy, so that might help a little bit. But I'm just gonna go take a jog around town real quick and just kind of get a feel for how bad it is. And if it's if I'm starting to feel it in my throat, yeah, then I'll come home and just stay home. But for now, yeah, it's 3:01. I'm gonna let you guys go. Wasn't probably one of my better streams, so I'll have to find better things to talk about next time. It won't be about me next time, but I've got a bunch of concerns. Things got canceled. Now my back shot sounds like it's gonna get canceled. So everything I had planned got taken away. No more surgery, no more injection shot for my lower back, the cortisone shot. Sounds like they're gonna cancel that. So I hope I can get back on track here in a couple days, and I'll let you know. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Yeah, Charlie, you too. You have a good day. And Ken, are you gonna be on Zoom later, or are you gonna be off doing other things? All right. Well, I guess he's gone already. But all right, guys, I will catch you all later. You all have a great day, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye for now.